जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीर्वुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, entitled The Process of Creation, text number 6. Bhuya eva vivitsami Bhagavanatma mayaya यथेदं सृजते विश्वं दुर्विभाव्यमदीश्वरः भूय एव विवित्सामि भगवानात्ममायया यथेदं सृजते विश्वं दुर्विभाव्यमदीश्वरः भूय एव विवित्सामि भगवानात्ममायया यथेदं सृजते विश्वं दुर्विभाव्यमदीश्वरैः भूय एव विवित्सामि भगवानात्ममायया यथेदं सृजते विश्वं दुर्विभाव्यमदीश्वरैः bhuya eva vivitsami anatma mayaya durvibhavyamadeeshwarai. Mataji's word to word translation: Bhuyah, again, eva, also, vivitsami, I wish to learn, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Atma, personal, Mayaya, by the energies, Yatha, as, Idam, this phenomenal world, Srijate, does create, Vishwam, universe, Durvibhavyam, inconceivable, Adishwaraihi, by the great demigods. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: I beg to know from you how the personality of Godhead by His personal energies creates these phenomenal universes as they are, which are inconceivable even to the great demigods. Purport: in every inquisitive mind, the important question of the creation of the phenomenal world arises. And therefore, for a personality like Maharaj Parikshit, who was to know all the activities of the Lord from his spiritual master, such an enquiry is not uncommon. For every unknown thing, we have to learn and inquire from a learned personality. The question of creation is also one of such enquiries to be made to the right person. The spiritual master, therefore, must be one who is Sarvagya, as stated herein before in connection with Shukdev Goswami. Thus, all enquiries on God which are unknown to the disciple may be made from the qualified spiritual master, and here the practical example is set by Maharaj Parikshit. It was, however, already known to Maharaj Parikshit that everything we see is born out of the energy of the Lord, as we have all learned in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janmad Yasya Yataha. So Maharaj Parikshit wanted to know the process of creation. The origin of creation was known to him. Otherwise, he would not have inquired how the personality of Godhead, by his different energies, creates this phenomenal world. The common man also knows that the creation is made by some creator and is not created automatically. We have no experience in the practical world that a thing is created automatically. Foolish people say that the creative energy is independent and acts automatically, as electrical energy works. But the intelligent man knows that even the electrical energy is generated by an expert engineer in the localized powerhouse, and thus the energy is distributed everywhere under the resident engineer's supervision. The Lord's supervision in connection with creation is mentioned even in the Bhagavad Gita 9.10, and it is clearly said there that material energy is a manifestation of one of the many such energies of the Supreme. An inexperienced boy may be struck with wonder by seeing the impersonal actions of electronics or many other wonderful things conducted by the electrical energy. But an experienced man knows that behind the action is a living man who creates such energy. Similarly, the so-called scholars and philosophers of the world may, by mental speculation, present so many utopian theories about the impersonal creation of the universe, but an intelligent devotee of the Lord, by studying the Bhagavad Gita, can know that behind the creation is the hand of the Supreme Lord, just as in the generating electric powerhouse, there is a resident engineer. So there's a very long purport. I will cover the points in the purport in the course of the class. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are reading this second canto, fourth chapter. In this particular verse, Parishit Maharaj is asking a question to Shukdev Goswami. Bhuya eva vivitsami Bhagavan Atma Mayaya Yatedam Srijate Vishvam Durvibhavyam Adishwaraihi. Bhuya, again, that means the topic of creation. He is asking a question about creation, because he is using the word again. That means it was also previously described by Shukdev Goswami. In fact, right in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, it was mentioned Janmadyasya Yataha. The absolute truth is one from whom everything emanates, who is the cause of creation. So the topic of creation was already mentioned previously. So therefore, saying Bhuya again. Bhuya eva vivitsami. Vivitsami means Veditum ichchami. I desire to know. So this word gives indication of Parishit Maharaj's eagerness. Jnana Trishna, a disciple should have a great thirst for getting spiritual knowledge. Should have a great eagerness for getting spiritual knowledge. So that is exhibited in this word Veditum ichchami, Vivitsami. Bhuya eva Vivitsami Bhagavan Atma Mayaya. Atma Mayaya refers to Bhagavan's energy. It can refer to the external energy or the internal energy. But in this shloka, it refers to the external energy, because Bhagavan creates this world by his external energy. Atma Mayaya, by the external energy, Bhagavan Yata Yatedam Srijate Vishwam. Yata Idam Vishwam Srijate. Idam Vishwam, this universe. Srijate. How the Lord creates this universe with his Atma Maya, with his energy. Bhuya eva vivitsami. I desire to know that. I desire to know this again. Yatedam Srijate Vishwam. And this topic of creation is such that Durvibhavyam Adishwaraihi. Durvibhavyam means what? Durvibhavyam means atarkyam, which is beyond the logic, or which is beyond the grasp of the mind and the logic and senses, or which is inconceivable. Durvibhavyam. For whom? Adishwaraihi. Adishwaraihi means Brahmadibhi Devataha. It is inconceivable how the Lord creates this world. It is inconceivable even for Brahma, Shiva and all the Devatas. So this is the meaning of the shloka, where Parishit Maharaj is asking about the creation. So Parishit Maharaj, he began actually, when Shukdev Goswami arrived, Parishit Maharaj asked a question that what a person should hear, yet shrotavyam Atho japyam yat kartavyam nribi prabho smartavyam bhajaniyam va bruhi yadva viparyayam. What a person should hear, chant, remember, and what one should not hear, chant, and remember. And Shukdev Goswami gave a very straightforward answer. Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Ichatha Abhayam. One must hear, chant, and remember the Supreme Lord Hari if a person wants to get freedom from fear. Ichatha Abhayam. So Shukdev Goswami gave a very straightforward answer. One must hear, chant, and remember the Supreme Lord. So, but Parishit Maharaj, so there are, if you want to hear about the Supreme Lord, there are so many qualities and pastimes of the Lord. But Parishit Maharaj begins with the creation pastimes. I first want to hear the Srishti Leela of Krishna. So the Govardhan Leela or the different other Leelas in Vrindavan or the different Leelas of the other incarnations of the Lord. Parishit Maharaj will ask gradually, but he is beginning with the Srishti Leela. In fact, that is a major part of the purport which Prabhupada is saying here. Parishit Maharaj is not immediately jumping to hear about the Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. And not only that, Shukdev Goswami also did not raise any objection. So why are you asking Srishti Leela? Why are you not asking about the Vrindavan Leela? Shukdev Goswami also did not actually raise objection, and Parishit Maharaj is also not directly going to the Vrindavan Leela. First he is beginning with the Srishti Leela. Because that is how, when we understand the Siddhanta first, when we understand the Tattva properly, then the pastimes of the personality of Godhead will be actually, one will be able to appreciate that more properly. So therefore, that is one of the important theme of the purport Prabhupada is writing. And Vishwanath Chakravartipada also says that, first I will ask about the pastimes of creation by the Maya Shakti, then I will ask about the pastimes of the Krishna in Vrindavan. So, in any field of knowledge, one may have a particular aspiration to achieve. But although one may have a very high aspiration, but one must know how to proceed to achieve that aspiration, where to begin with. Even if a person wants to become a, say, open heart surgeon or a cardiologist, he has to begin with the preliminary subjects in the MBBS. He cannot directly enter the get training for performing open heart surgery. So, although one may have the aspiration of getting attracted to the Vrindavan pastimes of Krishna, but one must begin with the Srishti Leela, and this example is set by the first speaker and the first hearer of the Srimad Bhagavatam. That is a major theme of the purport which Prabhupada is addressing in his purport. And Jiva Goswami, he also mentions another important point. Jiva Goswami says that Parishit Maharaj is asking about the Srishti Leela. Parishit Maharaj definitely wants to hear about Krishna's Vrindavan Leela. He already has a personal connection with Krishna. But why he did not ask about Vrindavan Leela is that if he directly asks about the Krishna's pastimes, it would create lot of pain, transcendental pain in Parishit Maharaj out of separation from Krishna. So therefore, Parishit Maharaj is asking this question about the Krishna's Aishwarya in the Srishti Leela, in order to produce steadiness in himself. Dhairyam apadanaya. Because when we hear about Krishna's Aishwarya, it creates steadiness in a person's heart. It creates a steadiness in a person's bhakti. Yetam vibhutim cha yogam cha mamayo veti tatvatah sovikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshayah. So when a person hears about Krishna's vibhutis, one becomes steady in one's practice of bhakti. Avikalpena yogeta yujyate natra samshayah. It will eradicate all the doubts. So this is also another reason why Parishit Maharaj is asking about the Srishti Leela. So here we see that Parishit Maharaj's quality of a student, Veditum ichchami vivitsami, I desire to know. There's a nice subhashita about the qualities of a student. Kaka drishtir bakadhyanam, shvana nidra tataivacha, alpaharo jirna vastram cha etad vidyarthi lakshanam. So there are 5 qualities of a student. Kaka drishti. One should have an observation like a crow. Crow has a very keen observation. So Parikshit Maharaj, as we will see throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam, he has a very keen observation. At the right point he asks, because of his very keen observation, he asks questions at the right time. Because of his questions, that gives a direction to Srimad Bhagavatam. Why did the Brajavasis discuss Krishna killing Aghasur after 1 year? Kaka drishti, he had a very keen observation. Bakadhyanam, he has an attention of a crane. He is completely, greatly attentive. That is why every fine deed, like in fact, every question of Parishit Maharaj is worth actually meditating upon, remembering those questions. Because Parishit Maharaj is very attentive to hearing, and he asks questions at the right time. Why did when Yamadutas went and reported to Yamaraj, what did Yamaraj reply? Like that, many questions he asked with great attention. Shvana nidra. A student should be a light sleeper. Dogs are known for actually Shvana nidra. They are light sleepers. And alpahara. If a person eats very heavily, naturally one will not be able to be very attentive. Alpahara. Jirna vastram. A student should not wear very fancy clothes, simple clothes. So Parishit Maharaj already actually renounced everything, and the simple clothes he is sitting as a student and hearing from Shukdev Goswami. So Bhuya eva vivitsami. Here we see Parishit Maharaj's eagerness to hear. And so going ahead, let us discuss some qualities of Shukdev Goswami and Parishit Maharaj, some common qualities. So there is a beautiful shloka about the qualities of Sajjana. Gavadinam payon yedyuhu sadyo va jate dhadi Kshiro dadestu nadyapi mahatam vikritihi kutah. Gavadinam payon yedyuhu. The milk from a cow, adya or payon yedyuhu. Either today or tomorrow, it will definitely turn into curd. Adya payon yedyuhu sadyo va jate dadi. Either today or tomorrow, it will definitely turn into curd. Kshiro dadestu nadyapi. But the milk in the Kshira Sagara Have you ever heard that Kshirosagar milk has become a curd? The milk in the Kshirosagar, it never turns into curd, actually. That never undergoes a vikara. It never becomes a curd. So the mind of the great souls, the mind of the sajjanas are, it never undergoes a vikara due to kama, krodha, lobha, etc. Mind of the ordinary people is like the milk of the cow. It undergoes a vikara due to kama, krodha, or other anarthas. But the mind of the great souls is like the milk in the Kshirosagar. It never undergoes a vikara due to anarthas. So if we see Shukadeva Goswami, Shukadeva Goswami was such a great person. In one shloka, Harishwari Maharaj says that Yat vrittir lalitang manasuna manang nagnasu magna bhavat. Shukadeva Goswami, when he was passing by, there were some young women who were taking bath without clothes. And Shukadeva Goswami was also young and he also did not have any clothes. But Shukadeva Goswami, when he saw them, there was not even a slightest vikara in his mind by seeing them. So that is the great position of Shukadeva Goswami, the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam. And what about Parikshit Maharaj? Parikshit Maharaj, mind did not undergo any vikara when he heard the curse of Shringi. Tasyaiva megasya paravaresho vyasakta chittasya griheshva bhikshnam nirveda mulo dvijashapa rupo yatra prasakto bayamashu datte tammopayatum pratiyantu vipra gange cha devi drita chittamishe द्विजोपसृष्ट कुहकस्तक्षको वा दशत्वलं गायत विष्णुगाता. Let the snake bird come and bite me, I don't fear. Krishna has actually come in the form of this curse just to make me detached from this household affairs, just to make me detached from this kingdom. I see that Krishna himself has come in the form of this curse. And in that way, Parikshit Maharaj welcomed the curse. His mind did not undergo any vikara by the krodha. So that is the quality of both the speaker and the hearer, Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadeva Goswami. Their mind is like the milk of the Kshirosagar. Another common quality of Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, it is said, Asadbhishapate noktam jale likitam aksharam sadbistu leelaya proktam shila likitam aksharam. When a durjana, when an ordinary person speaks something, even by taking a shapata, but the words of an ordinary person will be like the letters written on a water. Letters written on a water. That means like the next second actually they disappear. They will disappear. It has no, it will go into oblivion. But the words spoken by the great souls, even if they speak those words as a matter of joke, sadbistu leelaya proktam shila likitam aksharam, they will become like the letters written on a stone. So the questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj and the words spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, they are like the shila likitam aksharam. They are eternally etched for the rest of eternity. So, because Shukdev Goswami and Parishit Maharaj, both of them, they had actually such great absorption, such great renunciation, and such deep Krishna bhakti. Therefore, their words are eternally etched. About Shukdev Goswami, it is said that Drishtva yasya niratyayamaharaho Drishtva yasya niratyamaharaho Godoha matrastitam. Shukdev Goswami would remain at a householder's place only for the time it takes for the person to milk a cow. Godoha matrastitam. He would only stay only that much time and then he would leave. And Bhagavan actually saw that Shukdev Goswami, he is not interested in taking, taking some wealth from the rich people. He just takes little milk and in return he gives so much of spiritual knowledge to them. He enlightens much more than what he takes from them. So therefore, Narayana saw that, Drishtva, Narayana saw that, Go sandoha nivasameva vidade Narayanopi swayam. Go sandoha nivasam. In Sanskrit, the word go also refers to the Shastra. Go sandoha nivasa. So Lord Narayana made Shukdev Goswami's mouth as the residence of the essence of all the Vedas. Go sandoha nivasa. He made his mouth as a residence of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we can see this quality of Shukdev Goswami. And Parishit Maharaj, about Parishit Maharaj it was described, Atmajaya Sutagara Pashu Dravina Bandushu Rajye Chavikale Rajan Virudam Mamatam Gruhav Jahav. So Parikshit Maharaj gave up attachment towards the complete Rajya. Rajye Chavikale. Avikale Rajye. It's not that maybe he retained control over certain section of the Rajya. Complete Rajya. He gave up attachment towards the wife, children, his other different treasury, paraphernalia, his horses, elephants, everything, whatever he had. And Virudam Mamatam Grahu, completely. So Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami both had that complete renunciation. Therefore, both they were able to absorb in Srimad Bhagavatam. And another common quality of, so therefore we see that the words spoken by Shukdev Goswami and the questions asked by Parishit Maharaj, they are eternally etched like the words in a stone. Another common quality of Parishit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami is that both of them saw Krishna in the womb itself. About Parishit Maharaj it is described, Yuktahara Vihara Shalibirapi. Those who have complete control over the ahara, vihara, those who have complete control over the mind and senses, even for them, it is very rare to get darshan of Krishna. Prochinna durvasanaihi. Those who have completely uprooted all the durvasana from their mind, even for them to get darshan of Krishna is very rare. And Pumbir Yoga Visharadairapi. Yoga Visharada. Those who have mastered the path of yoga, even for them to get darshan of Krishna is very rare. Sada Vedanta Atmabhihi. Those who have studied the Vedanta deeply, even for them, Durdarsham Bhagavat Bhagavat, even for them to get darshan of Krishna is very rare. Durdarsham. But Sudarshana Mihaptam Yena Garbepi. But Parishit Maharaj got darshan of Krishna right in the Garbha, right in the womb. So we can see the greatness of Parishit Maharaj. And Shukdev Goswami also got darshan of Krishna right in the womb. Brahma Vaivarta Puran describes Shukdev Goswami was not willing to come out of the womb, but at that time Krishna actually appeared to Shukdev Goswami, and Shukdev Goswami prayed to Krishna, only if you give assurance that I will not be affected by Maya, then I will actually come out of the womb. So, and being given assurance by Krishna, then he came out of the womb. So that is the speaker and the hearer of the Srimad Bhagavatam we are discussing here. And regarding the Srishti Leela, so this question is about the Srishti Leela. We will see briefly some references from the Bhagavatam. What is the benefit of hearing Srishti Leela? Because Srishti Leela is going to start now, and it will come repeatedly. This question will come in the second canto, now 4th chapter, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, 9th chapter, 3rd canto it will come. And the 5th canto it comes. What is the benefit of that? So in the 5th canto, 26th chapter, Shukdev Goswami gives a falastuti of hearing Srishti Leela. So he says that Anuvarnitam adritaha patati shrunoti shravayati sa upageyam Bhagavataha paramatmano grahyam api Shraddha Bhakti Vishuddha Bhaktir Veda. So one who hears, one who describes the Srishti Leela adritaha with respect, or one who reads the Srishti Leela, or one who hears the Srishti Leela, or one who makes others hear, what will they attain? They will attain faith, Shraddha, and they will get Bhakti. They will get Bhakti toward the Supreme Lord. Vishuddha Buddhir, they will get purified intelligence, and they will attain the Supreme Lord. This is the benefit of hearing Srishti Leela. Another place, it is described, the 2nd canto, Mayam Varnayato Mushya Ishwarasya Anumodataha Shinvata Shraddaya Nityam Mayayatma na Mukhyati. If the living entity constantly describes Maya in relation to the Lord, that means the pastimes of Krishna in the Srishti Leela. And if a living entity remembers or hears about Maya with proper faith, Shraddaya, then Mayayatma na Mukhyati. He will not be bewildered by Maya. He will not be bewildered by Maya. Because Vishwanath Chakravartipad says that Maya is also a very dedicated servant of Krishna. Because she is a very dedicated servant of Krishna. So therefore, hearing the pastimes of Krishna in relation to Maya is an assistance in one's bhakti. The description of Maya as an assistance to the process of hearing, chanting and remembering is also bhakti. One should have faith that even Maya Shakti of the Lord, along with her expansion, is a devotee of Krishna. Therefore, one should hear these pastimes with faith. In another purport, Vishwanath Chakravartipad says that why repeatedly Srishti Leela is being described in the Bhagavatam, especially in the 2nd canto, 3rd canto, 4th canto, 5th canto. Because the conditioned soul is actually sleeping in the ocean of Kama, or is sleeping in the bed of Kama. In order to awaken him, he has to be awakened by speaking about the pastimes of Krishna in relation with Maya, in relation with the phenomenal universe. How the Lord is creating this world, what are the dimensions of this world, what are the planetary, how the planetary systems are situated. So this is something which a conditioned soul can relate to. Conditioned soul, it becomes difficult for him to relate to the Vaikuntha or the spiritual world beyond this world. Or Krishna's pastimes in, say, Vrindavan, other thing, because conditioned soul is affected by Kama and Krodha. When he hears those pastimes, it can awaken his Kama also. So therefore, in order to properly make him situated in the Aishwarya Jnana about Krishna, so therefore the first Srishti Leela is being described. So that is the, and also another example is given, like a tan is removed by another tan. Sometimes a person is hurt by the fire, and in order to cure that wound, another fire element is also administered. So similarly, so because the conditioned soul is affected by Maya, so therefore he first has to hear the pastimes of Krishna in relationship with Maya in order to awaken him from the Maya. So that is why, out of great mercy, the Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj are beginning with the Srishti Leela. And lastly, we'll discuss a little bit about this word, Durvibhavyam Adishwaraihi. Srishti Leela is not ordinary. It is inconceivable even for the great Devatas. Let us see some references from the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam 5th canto, Shukdev Goswami says that, my dear king, there is no limit to the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's material energy. This material world is a transformation of the material qualities, yet no one could possibly explain it perfectly, even in a lifetime as long as that of Brahma. And no one in the material world is perfect, and an imperfect person could not describe this material universe accurately even after continued speculation. Even in a lifetime of Brahma, no one could possibly describe it perfectly. So don't think that, Srishti Leela is something very inferior. Even Srishti Leela, it is something inconceivable even for the great Devatas. And another place about this inconceivable aspect. There's a beautiful verse in the 8th canto. Brahmaji is saying that Ajata Janma Sthiti Samyamaya Gunaya Nirvana Sukarnavaya Anor Animner Pariganya Damne Mahanubhavaya Namo Namaste. So, the beginning of the Samudra Manthan Leela, Brahmaji is offering these prayers. Bhagavan is giving darshan to Brahmaji. And he is saying that, especially few words I will concentrate. Anor animner apariganya damne. So there are, according to Nyaya Shastra, the objects in this world, they have one of the three parimanas, one of the three measurements. Anu parimana, Vibhu parimana, or Madhyama parimana. The measurement of an atom cannot be seen. And Vibhu parimana is for all pervading objects. Or Madhyama parimana. Only those objects which have Madhyama parimana, they can be seen by us. A table, chair, or a building. Or the objects with the Anu parimana and the Vibhu parimana cannot be seen. Here Brahmaji is seeing the Supreme Lord who is having the Madhyama parimana in front of him. But he is describing the Lord as Anor Animner. You are smaller than the atom. That means you are having Anuparimana. At the same time, Apariganya Damne. Your form, you are all pervading. Your abodes cannot be counted. You are all pervading. That means you are unlimited. At the same time, you have Vibhu Parimana. At the same time, I am able to see that you are having a Madhyama Parimana. Can anything be possible? An object be simultaneously be having Anu Parimana, Vibhu Parimana and Madhyama Parimana? It is impossible. And that is what is known as inconceivable. And therefore, Brahmaji says that Mahanubhavaya Namo Namaste. Mahanubhavaya means because you have inconceivable potency, therefore you can simultaneously have Anuparimana, Vibhu Parimana and Madhyama Parimana. To that Supreme Lord, I offer my obeisances. And another example, Devahuti is speaking in the third canto. Devahuti says that Atmeshwaro Atarkya Sahasra Shaktihi. Devahuti is completely astonished. Devahuti heard the whole Sankhya Yoga from Kapila Dev. And she is completely astonished that that Supreme Lord, from whose navel Lord Brahma is born, and that Lord Brahma creates this world. So the Bhagavan, who is the source of the entire universe, that Bhagavan has taken birth from the womb of an ordinary woman like me. And she is completely astonished by this fact. She has practical experience of the inconceivable potency of the Lord. And therefore she is saying that Atarkya Sahasra Shaktihi. You have unlimited thousands of inconceivable potencies. And the last example for inconceivable potency from the Damodar Leela, Nachantarna Bahiryasya Na Purvam Napi Chaparam Purvaparam Bahishchantar Jagato Ya Jagachayah. Na Chantarna Bahiryasya, for whom there is no beginning or end, who was neither inside nor outside, neither front nor in the back, who exists in front of the cosmos and behind the cosmos, and who himself is the cosmos. How can such a person be bound? How can such a person be bound? Who is in the Nachantarna Bahiryasya, who is neither inside nor outside, who is in the front, who is in the back, who is within and without, and who himself is the universe, he cannot be bound. How can a spark of fire can burn the blazing fire? The spark of fire is the small element of the blazing fire. How can it burn the blazing fire? So how can a rope, which is a tiny part of the Lord's creation, how can it actually bind the Lord who himself is the universe? How can it bind the Supreme Lord Krishna? But that Krishna, while displaying his limited form with the Madhyama Parimana, he allowed himself to be bound by Yashoda. Tam matvatmajam avyaktam martyalingam adokshajam gopika lukhale dhamna babanda prakritam yata. So Yashoda was seeing the all-pervading aspect of Krishna. Because even after bringing so many robes, she could not bind Krishna. And Krishna was having the same limited form. She was witnessing the all-pervading aspect of Krishna, but still she considered Krishna to be her own child. Tam matvatmajam avyaktam. Krishna was having a human form, Martya Lingam. At the same time, his adokshajam is beyond the senses. So, considering Krishna to be an ordinary child, Mother Yashoda bound Krishna. So in the Damodar Leela also Krishna displayed his inconceivable potency, because while displaying his limited form, he actually exhibited his unlimited aspect. How he is all pervading. So usually, if a person is having a limited form, he cannot be all pervading. If he is having an unlimited, if he is all pervading, is unlimited, then he cannot have a limited form. But while displaying the form with the Madhyama Parimana, he displayed how he is unlimited. But interestingly, after the Damodar Leela, Shukdev Goswami is not highlighting this inconceivable aspect of Krishna. How by his inconceivable aspect, how Krishna simultaneously displayed his limited and unlimited nature. Shukdev Goswami is not highlighting this aspect. But what is he highlighting at the end of the Damodar Leela? He is highlighting the Mother Yashoda's love. Nemam virinchi nabavo nashrir apyanga samshaya prasadam lebire gopi yattat prapya vimuktidat. Neither Brahma nor Shiva nor Lakshmi Devi, none of them obtained such mercy like Mother Yashoda, that Mother Yashoda could bring Krishna under her control. So therefore, Damodar Leela actually concludes with how the devotee is greater than Krishna. And this aspect is also beautifully described in another shloka by Vaishnava poet. When Bharat Maharaj went to Lord Ram, went to ask Lord Ram to come back to Ayodhya, Bharat was asking so many, giving so many reasons to Lord Ram, please come back to Ayodhya. But Lord Ram was refusing. And finally, Bharat actually gave a proposal. Okay, if you are not coming, at least give your Paduka. Then Lord Ram agreed to that proposal. So one Vaishnava poet describes, like suppose a person is in dire need of a money. Suppose he is in dire need of a 1 lakh rupees and he wants to borrow from somebody. And then somebody says, okay, I will give you 1 lakh rupees, but give me something as a mortgage. And he says that, okay, take this pen as a mortgage and then give me 1 lakh rupees. What? You are keeping this pen as a mortgage? Why should I take this pen as a mortgage? What is the value of this pen? Then he says that, oh, don't think this is an ordinary pen. This is a pen made of a gold. And then that person checks the value of that pen and he sees that value of the pen is more than, it's about 2 lakh rupees. It's made of pure gold. Then he decides to give 1 lakh rupees as a loan. Because when a person is putting something as a mortgage, the value of that property, of that mortgage property, should be more than the amount he is borrowing. That is the basic condition. So when Lord Ram agreed to give the Paduka, then Bharat accepted. Instead of Lord Ram, he accepted Paduka. That means what? The value of the Paduka must be greater than the person Ram. Otherwise, Bharat would not have accepted. Because if the property mortgage is more than the amount you are giving, then the person who is giving the loan, he will have confidence. Oh, he will definitely come back. He will return the money to get back this mortgage property. Otherwise, if he doesn't return, anyway, I have more money. Because the value of the mortgage property is more. So when Lord Ram gave the Paduka, Bharat accepted that. That means the value of the Paduka is actually more than Lord Ram. So therefore, this Vaishnava poet says that Padavani prabhavato jagatam trayanam Ramadapi tvamadika niyatam prabhavat no chet katannu bharatasya tameva lipso pratyayanam paripanam bhavati bhavitri. Padavani prabhavato jagatam trayanam. So the Paduka is actually holding Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who is actually giving protection to the whole world. And this Paduka is greater than the Lord. And that is why Lord Bharat accepted that. So this Paduka represents what? This Paduka represents the Acharya or the Guru or the devotees of Krishna. So that means the devotee or the Acharya is greater than the Bhagavan. And that is the conclusion of the Damodar Leela, where Shukdev Goswami, although in the Damodar Leela, Krishna displayed his inconceivable potency, by which he displayed the limited and unlimited nature simultaneously, but Shukdev Goswami concludes the Damodar Leela by glorifying the devotee Mother Yashoda. So to conclude what we discussed today, we discussed some of the common qualities of Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami. And then we discussed about what is the benefit of hearing the Srishti Leela. And then we also discussed about the qualities of a student. And we discussed about how the Bhagavan's Srishti is inconceivable, Bhagavan's form is inconceivable, how his pastimes are inconceivable, and how the Damodar Leela concludes that how the devotee is greater than the Bhagavan. Hare Krishna. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Sorry.